Welcome to Johnson County Democratic Women. We used to have a North and a South chapter. Our South chapter, which you're in, is more instructional and assistive. The North one's is social. So, we will be doing instruction and assistive tonight. I appreciate everybody coming. We have a lot of candidates. Thank you all for volunteering to be Batman. You guys will be the ones up on the stage. You're going to be the ones knocking the hard doors. I'm a precinct lead. A precinct lead goes to their neighbors and tells them about the election. It's really easy. If you aren't a precinct lead, you should be. You do like 23 houses, 80 houses for the whole thing. It's really nice. I talk to Democrats only. So precinct leaders get to take your message to Democrats in the neighborhood. It's a very easy job that way because every single person loves to see you. Everyone. No Democrat ever said, "Get the fuck off my porch." So that's the precinct leader. But Batman, the candidate is responsible for the show. The candidate is responsible for talking to the Republicans, the persuadables. There's a whole nother universe that PCLs don't touch. When you volunteer for a candidate, you may end up with persuadables. You will very rarely end up with Republicans if that is a thing you just aren't going to do. So, she made it.
Claire Reagan, everybody. With Allison and Carol and Rennie at the star table. This is Claire Reagan. She is on, it says elected.
We're Democrats. We're very forgiving. I do want to say again, thank you all for running. Thank you for those of you who have run and won or run and lost or put your name on anything. I'm really a big fan of Jess Piper, and she is very much contest every race. Make them spend money. The money they spend on your race, you will at least move the needle, but they cannot give it to Marshall. Okay, I'm going to introduce my board real quick before we move on to the central program and such. And I will introduce my celebrity table. I'm president. I was elected president this year again. We serve in 2-year terms. We have our new program chair, Kim. Do you want your Wilkes or just Wilkes?
It's just Wilburn.
Wilburn, sorry, Wilburn. Okay. So Kim is our new program chair. She's going to be getting these lovely programs like we're doing tonight together for this side of town. Kat is our membership chair. If you have a question about membership, she is the person who can answer it and help you with the online system, get you paid, get you up to date and all of that. Very, very, very helpful. And she does know computers better than I do, so it helps. Over here on this side again, Tracy is our communications chair. She's been putting out the newsletters and the meeting reminders and so on and so forth, so she's been doing that for a while. Back here in the back is Carol. She's our treasurer. We try never to make her mad. Getting a treasurer is hard. We are missing Juliet tonight. She went out overseas, and so she's running through jet lag. So she's the fundraising chair, and if she were here, she would tell you we have a fundraiser. July 13th, it's a Sunday, it's Flip It Blue. We're out at Sarco Park. It's a taco truck. We get a balloon guy. Everybody's invited, and you get to show everybody your stuff. I have a guarantee from Gina Repass so far. I have a guarantee, well, an almost guarantee from Cindy Holscher. She's just not sure. She has it on the calendar. So anyway, yes, please come to Flip It Blue. The money we raise goes to you. Any money you donate, we give back. Any money you donate this year, we give back this year. The people who we will be endorsing and donating to, they will get their money in August so that they can use it, right? If it comes in November, it's too late. So, I did want to say thank you all for running, but I do want to point out in the back, we do have my celebrity guests here. We have Claire Reagan, who is on the school board. We have Allison Hougland, who was in the Senate and not Senate, House, and will be going back next year.
Yay.
Mary-Lynn Poskins, also in the House, serving currently in the Nightmare. She brings her A game every time, like A+ game with the Nightmare coming out of there. Very sad. Can we have a moment of silence for trans rights? Which is why we're all here. We have to do something. If you don't have an agenda, grab one. I do want to point out on the back. On the back is the calendar. We have a resist calendar online at the website JCWDKS. But these are all the rallies that they've got. It's throughout Kansas. So if you're going to Topeka, there's a rally there. If you're going to Wichita, there's a rally there. If you're going to Salina, there's a rally there. So, and I continually updates every time I get another invite. I put it on there as long as there's a human. We're doing an awful lot, and then if you guys were not a part of the No Kings, I know you all heard about it, and I know for a fact we hit 3.5%. We are at least 3.5% for our Saturday, and I really appreciate it. We've got the momentum, which is really exciting.
Okay, am I forgetting anything?
Yes.
What?
Endorsement.
Oh,
form.
endorsement, okay.
Johnson County Democratic Women endorses you, but you do have to fill out the endorsement form. First and foremost, you have to be a member. So you must spend the $40 out of your personal, we can't take your campaign checks, it's the state, to become a member, but then online we have an endorsement form. It is one of the easiest ones to fill out. Take it from others that have done this. You will get requests for surveys that are nightmares at best. This one's really simple, real easy, and I mean the questions, do you support women's rights, kind of solve themselves. It's pretty simple. A lot of yes,
A lot of yes and no. We prefer no's.
She's
So-
downplaying it, but if you are not a member, I will erase you from our list.
Okay, so again, the point is you must be a member, and that's when we're giving your money in August. So,
Include that you have to go.
It's supposed to redirect you,
Okay.
but
We're
Act
making-
Blue doesn't
We're
always do
working
it. Supposed to.
redirect.
so, and if you do have any questions, you can call her. But our endorsement form is on the web. It's finally working. We weren't working the other day, so I do want to say thank you to Kat for getting that fixed. And the membership must be purchased by the end of the month. You have until July 1st, okay? So that's membership. But the endorsement form can be filled out all the way through, did we say the end of July? I think that's what it is. You have a whole nother month. It's not hard. You could kind of do them all together. But anyway, so please, please, please do that. And also with the endorsement form, it's a point system. So if you are missing something, still fill it out. You still get points for all the other stuff. You get a point for being a female. Okay? It's a point system. So,
Anything else now? Endorsements? How many what?
3.
3 speaking, and it can be any of the meetings. We're counting the North Social. We're counting any of our events. If you came to the taco thing.
Oh my God, I'll tell you about that in a second.
But pretty much any of these, and it really is what you're doing here tonight counts. It's just you want to be around your people. You want to give them your spiel. That's what it, and it's Saturday morning counts. We'd count the Johnson County Democrats, their Saturday morning breakfast. Yes?
And all that stuff's on here. All those events you're talking about are on this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, I mean,
And on the website?
through the end of the month, that kind of thing. You know, the problem is there's a lot more.
Got it.
Okay, and I want to say thank you to everybody who came to tacos and trivia. It was way fun. We ate a lot of tacos, but the trivia was fantastic, and I have to say, thank you, Israel. He was on my team with Sherry, and we won.
So,
The trophy is getting engraved right now. Yes, there's a trophy. We take this seriously, and it will be engraved with the Wizards of Oz. Anyway, I did just finally turn that in today, so I do want to say thank you to the Johnson County Young Dems. They're going to do this, their first June meeting every year. It was way too much fun. They provide the trivia, so it's easy for the old people, and run the whole thing and everything, and then we just pick your teams, pick your people, and play. It's a neat fundraiser for the Young Dems. So please donate to them. Young Dems are 35 and under, just FYI. They're not 20, but.
okay, I think we're just about ready. I think we're good, other than we did the announcements, right? And Young Dems? I have one person? Oh, which one was it? Oh, shoot.
And that's over at 87.
Okay, I'm going to come back here, and I am going to give you guys performance anxiety.
So I think the plan right now is we're all.
Okay, I will say I'm having the pros do the doorbell speech. You will be nowhere near this good.
And then as we get closer,
But you will be so close, we'll get you there.
Are these Democrats or I'll just pretend I'm at a persuadable.
Yeah, you can just do a persuadable store. Okay, this is 30 seconds, and are we timing? We should be timing. Yeah, is she? Go.
Hi, is John home? Well, you're great. My name is Claire Reagan, and I am running for the Olathe Board of Education. Were you aware that we have municipal elections this year? Well, great. I hope that you'll be a voter. I am a teacher, I am a parent, and I am an advocate, and I want to make sure that our public schools stay strong for the next generation. I actually live here because of our schools. Oh, you do too? Yeah, what about them? Oh, you had kids graduate from them and now you've got grandkids. Well, I've got 3 little kids in the schools, and I want to make sure that our educators are empowered to give our children everything they need to succeed. Can I count on your vote for whatever the date is of the election? Yes. Awesome. Are you having a voting plan? If we're like in the fall, you say, like, what is your voting plan? I like to vote early, and I love to bring my kids with me. Oh, you like to vote on election day? Well, make sure you don't get a flat tire, because that happened to my husband once. All right. Thanks, John. You have a great day.
That was about 40 seconds, but that was excellent. Obvious. And he did that, I don't know, that was probably performed 10,000 times. Ish. Allison, you want to be back here or you want to go there? I'm going to go back here. Okay. I'm doing it wrong. Countryside Steak.
the microphone.
This one says maybe Countryside Steak. Was it dinner with the Speak up, Mike. Okay. Hello.
Hey, are you Cassie? Yeah. Hey Cassie, I'm Allison Hougland. I have represented House District 15 in the past, and I am running to do it again because we really need the people that live here to be represented. And that is my goal, is to actually represent the people that live in this district. What's most important to you?
Education.
Okay, so just so you know, they're trying to get vouchers passed, and they're trying to take money away from public schools. And my vote is a vote against that. My vote is for public education and making sure that we can continue to keep the great Olathe School District.
That's right.
Yeah. We've got to keep the money coming in. We need to actually fund special education. And when I was in the last time, we were actually to send some money towards special education, and it's my job to try and get more of that done and to fight back on what they're trying to do in the House. So I would appreciate your vote.
Okay, we're good at the door.
Okay.
And then Allison Hougland is running for.
Yep, I'm Allison Hougland, running for House District 15, and I need your vote.
I like you.
And your vote does count, because the time I won by 78 votes, and the time I lost by 104. So every single vote matters.
Yeah, true. True story.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Mary-Lynn Poskins. I'm your state representative and I'm running for re-election. I wanted to stop by and introduce myself and make sure you know what I stand for. If you're not home today, please look me up on my website, www.poskin4ks.com. At the top, you can sign up for my newsletter and you can find out everything that I stand for. Please give me a call, 913-909-3542 if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Okay, that, you guys, I'm in Leawood and Overland Park, and we have Ring doorbells everywhere. And one of the things I wanted to make sure you understand is that that doesn't matter if somebody is not necessarily home. 99% of them are recording, so use your own. If you actually go to YouTube and look for me, during COVID, I taped my own self at my doorbell saying that, and then put it out on social media, and it kind of got viral back in COVID. But I just wanted to do that so you're prepared. Practice at home so you know it literally. Can you tell I know? Ding, 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 circle, 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 and about how long you have to do that. So one of the most important things when you are door knocking is to make sure you're gonna introduce who you are, ask for their vote, and ask when they are going to vote. And one of the things that my brilliant husband had me start doing in the very beginning, and I thought it was terrible and that nobody would ever do it, is to ask people for their email address. Because, and I would tell them, then I will send you a newsletter and you'll be able to keep up on what's going on with the campaign. I'll send you reminders about when voting starts and everything. And I cannot tell you how many people will actually give that to you. And I tell them, if you don't like it, and I also tell them I don't ask for money every 5 minutes, because I really don't. Be genuine. Listen, you're going to get clues. It's a back and forth thing. Yes, it's very quick. Find out what they're most interested in and make sure you let them know that their issue is your issue. So,
Excellent.
I think, yeah, I just want to make sure you got the doorbell thing. It's really important. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and then we have a couple of school boards. We have several city councils. We have a JCCC. And we have a soon to kick Marshall out of the frickin' Senate. But I want to start with the school board candidates. We've got Ted and Autumn. We're right behind me. Oh my God, she disappeared. We've got Ted and Autumn from Spring Hill, and I want to start with your two. And I'm not picking on you. I really am not. But I wanted to use Claire as a jumping off point. If we're going to do the 30-second doorbell speech, what do you think with school board the people are looking for? What are they going to look to hear?
I mean, I think you want to establish your credibility as somebody who should be making decisions for the school district. I identify myself as a teacher, a parent, and an advocate. So I think that is something. And I also learned the rule of three from Mike Kelly's campaign. His was like, what was it? Innovative, it was like lifelong roots, innovative leadership, and something else. And so that my three pillars were teacher, parent, advocate, and I framed everything I ever posted or sent out about my campaign around those three things. So you want to figure out, and they don't need to be three descriptors of you, like Mike Kelly's were just three, lifelong roots, innovative leadership, and something. It's going to drive you nuts, I can remember that. But think of three things, and then try to frame everything you say about your campaign around at least one of them. And so yours may just, I'm a 10-year resident of our community, I've got kids in our district, and I've invested in public education. That gives you credibility. Think about what gives you credibility, right? I also would make sure you always use the word public schools. That's a huge indicator.
So not schools.
Not schools, public schools. And the Olathe School District, we are, the Olathe Olathe Public Schools is our official name, and it's been taking all of us some time to not say school district, like Olathe Public Schools. But that's a big indicator because they're tricky. They will say, I support schools. So, but yeah, I would make sure the word public is there. But just, you know, you want to establish your credibility in some way. And just, you know, it's okay to be nervous. It's also better to not be scripted. You know, have some bullets and just be you, you know? And I mean, at the core, I care about our community, and the root of our community is our public schools.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay.
I want Ted to go first. Because you've done it before, and you've done it. I've never done it for myself before. You've done it with us.
All right, it's on.
Yes, okay, and then I have a 30 and a 60, so I'm just gonna hold it up when it's like 10 seconds. So, you get 30 seconds for your doorbell, and you can do the ding dong if you want.
Ding dong. Hi, are you Claire?
Yeah, Claire.
Claire, my name's Ted Beauchamp. I'm running for the Spring Hill Public School Board. I've lived in the district for 7 years. I have 4 kids. My wife's a 5th grade teacher here. I'm a huge advocate for teachers. I really want to support them. And not just with a pat on the back, but to support them in their careers and respect their professionalism. I have a degree in math. I have a career in industrial automation. I think our career in technical education expansion is huge for our district, and I really want to work hard to focus on STEM careers and careers that support all the kids in our district, whether they're going to a 4-year degree, a trade school, or whatever their aspirations may be. Can I count on your vote?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, a little, we'll work on it. Ted, what with, where?
Ted Beauchamp, Spring Hill School Board.
And call it what it is. Like, you don't need to insert public schools in an inauthentic way. Like, I thought you trip over that.
Yeah,
Call whatever it is. Like, I would say Olathe Board of Education, whatever. But when you're talking about schools, say public schools. Call the district whatever you're most comfortable calling it.
USD 233.
I mean, some people don't know.
I usually say USD 230 because of the Olathe section that we talk about. So.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay, all we're gonna have to do it next. And it really is just focus on
Deep breaths.
deep breaths. That's good. That's good. You're gonna be in a lot of doors, and a lot of people are gonna love you. Let's do it that way. And this group loves you already. I promise.
I'll do. Knock, knock. Hi, are you available to speak for a brief moment?
Don't ask that question. They'll say no and walk away.
Okay, we will start over again with the don't ask.
Sorry.
That's a good point, though. I would have. Do you have a minute? No.
No, I missed out.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Hi, my name's Coleman-Marconett, and I am running for the Spring Hill School District Board. I wanted to tell you that I'm very passionate about our community. I am the Chief Operating Officer at the University of Kansas Medical Center. I am a 8-year veteran of the Marine Corps, and I am also a mother who has children in the area. I was also adopted from Nanjing, China, and so I am a naturalized citizen here. And I just want to tell you that I am an accountant by trade, and I know finances very well. And I have seen that money holds a high ticket item. And so finances with the education of children is extremely important. Our future generations are our children. If you want to change the future, you look to the children. It begins and ends with children. So I would kindly love your vote. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any recommendations?
Say your name again.
Say your name again, at the end we close. Website.
I think just say, funding is exactly the foundation of strong schools, and as an accountant, I'll be able to make sure we are using our funds responsibly, like, yeah, like, and I would try to just, you know, keep it as short as you can. I'm pretty loud. Yeah, so, no, that was great, and you know what, being yourself and being nervous, I mean, people appreciate authenticity.
People notice, and yeah, it's authentic, it really is. And you're so well qualified.
Yeah. You sound like a badass.
Yeah. University. Yes.
I actually wrote a memoir.
You wrote a what?
I wrote a memoir.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm getting completed here.
All right. It's a lot harder to
She's
work
getting
for
her
this
doctorate.
Yeah, like,
I don't know why we don't elect these qualified people.
We're going to.
We are, this way. We're gonna do that. Okay, thank you all, both school boards. I don't think I have another school board candidate in here, so I'm gonna kind of just, still a jumping off point, but, okay, so we've got city council members here that will be being elected in different types of districts. I want to ask the ladies in back if they think that it matters the different districts. Are we speaking to Olathe different than Prairie Village in city council? Are we speaking to Lenexa different than Shawnee?
One word to another.
Even, yes, one more to another. So I think it's really important that you know your district and you know the issues that the city obviously is facing. And each city is definitely different, so.
I would definitely say that you need to be aware.
People are very mad about property taxes.
Yes.
When we were knocking for Shirley last year for county commission, like that's all people want to talk about. And I mean, and you want to approach it with empathy because yeah, my property taxes are high as well. And I'm wanting to be on the city council to make sure we have what we need, but we're not overtaxing our residents. Like there's a way to talk about it with acknowledging that you too share that frustration. Because you don't want to get in a debate with somebody on their front porch, because personally, I think property taxes are the price we pay for living in a civilized society that has low response times when people are in cardiac emergency and all those things. But you cannot say that to someone on their doorstep. So I would just be very aware about mill levies and all of that, and don't be defensive. Be compassionate and empathetic toward them, because that is something that I have found, like, because there's a lot of, and especially if you're not an incumbent, it's really nice because you don't take any responsive, but just, yeah, that's part of why I'm running. I'm frustrated too.
Nice. Any more advice? Lenexa, Olathe, whatever the differences are?
I've never went through CC.
I have a question about what.
Sure, absolutely. What's the question? And
Claire, I mean, you did say that you.
question.
You did say that you think our taxes are good for all the things we get. I feel like I don't want to be this chameleon that's frustrated too if I'm not frustrated. So like if I say that and I'm frustrated and I don't act that way.
Acknowledge their frustration.
Okay.
If that's how they start talking to you, hey, I'm running for city council. You know what? I have a bone to pick about my thing. Like you have to, if you don't share their frustration, then you have to acknowledge their frustration.
Okay, that's fine.
I hear you.
Okay.
You know, and because you don't want to, and I've made this mistake when I've been on doors, because I ran a city council campaign, I know you make that mistake. You cannot teach people's way to voting for you. You have to see them where they are, and if you don't see it too, then you just make sure they know you see them.
Okay, but you acknowledge that you were frustrated too.
Right, because I mean.
That's what I'm nervous about. Like if I say I'm frustrated too and I don't act that way when I get in, I'm kind of a chameleon that was like, hey, whatever you say, I'm going to lean in. Whatever you say, I'm going to lean. Is that a potential danger?
There's lots to be frustrated about.
Everybody's way that. Dawn, who's also.
The way that I have approached it in the past is I'm all
A little closer.
about facts and figures. So I try not to go from emotion, and I know specifically for the role that you and I are doing, I always point people to the public website where they can put in their actual address and get a detailed line-by-line breakdown of where their taxes are going, whether it's the city, school district, Parks and Recs, library, and including JCCC. And when they do look up JCCC, they see that we're on the lower end. If there's 6, we're in the lower half. And I also want them, they can look it up based off of their tax rate, but I always have in my hand what our mill levies have been reduced, and that as we're reducing it, the valuation of their house is going up, which we have no control over. And isn't JCC a wonderful institution? And so I try to hit them with a lot of facts and educate them that they can go and find this instead of saying, all the taxes are bad. Look at the tax that you're getting and look at, and the average home. Yeah, and I also usually have the median value of homes for the last couple of years, which it might be $400,000, which equates to $1.25 per house. So I just overwhelm with facts and try to take the emotion out of it. That's just my approach.
Okay, do you want to, while we're with you on a mic real quick, to give your 30 seconds? Because you're on the board, you're speaking
Let's go, Dawn.
I guess.
Inspire us. Inspire us.
Hello, I'm Dawn Rattan, and I am running for re-election to the Johnson County Community College Board. Have you ever gone to JCCC or your kids? I'm sure you've interacted with JCCC, and isn't it a wonderful place? So you know education is under attack, and we've got to protect this institution. It is part of the fabric of Johnson County Community College. We need to keep it accessible. We need to keep it affordable. It is a driver for our workplace. You know that new Panasonic plant out there? We're a part of making that successful. So if you'll re-elect me, we'll keep the good stuff going. We'll keep Johnson County Community College here in this community and keep local control of our college because we know what we need here in Johnson County.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Because you're also JCCC.
Gotta follow
I
that.
will stick with school.
So
I wrote mine down because I was thinking we were doing this Ring doorbell thing.
Well, that's 30 seconds.
Similar to
I've got 30 seconds here.
I'm gonna read it though because I need to know if you guys how you guys think.
What
So
your time is. Okay,
right.
whenever you're ready.
Let's go. Hey, hello. I'm Geoff Holton. I'm running for Johnson County Community College Board of Trustees, and I'd appreciate your vote. As a business owner, I understand budgets and will be a good steward of your dollars and maintain the gem that Johnson County Community College is. My goal is to keep it on track and ID innovative opportunities for Johnson County Community College to maintain its value in our community. And I was thinking I would have a card with me and I would show it to the Ring doorbell. Is that good or bad?
Does that card work?
Okay.
Doesn't have to be
Like a
large
business
print.
card?
Well, but you're gonna be leaving your walk card.
Oh,
okay.
that's
Okay.
true.
I usually hold it when I'm making a video. I hold my card.
Oh, like up to the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because you don't be leaving your walk card.
You both next.
They see everything.
They see everything.
You can come use ours and I mean practice.
Jeff, I also wear my t-shirt. I wear a t-shirt with my name. No, my t-shirt has my name on it, so they can at least look up my name.
Okay.
And on the wall card, I rubber band it to the handle.
Well, and I think leaving a Ring doorbell message is different than encountering a voter. And that's what I was.
Yes.
Like, if you're prepared to do a rehearsed speech, which is great, because most of the time people are not answering the door, and most of the time they do have a video doorbell. If you encounter a voter, because the way that Joco Dems is situated now, largely campaigns and candidates are hitting up persuadables, meaning not the party base. And so being prepared to encounter folks who are not going to share perhaps just being ready for having people come back at you, that's something to really think about. Because when I was a baby cancer, I was not prepared for that. And I just think, being able to say, because I think about those persuadable people, and some of them are that, the spouse or whoever else is in the house may not be the person you're talking to, but they may be more conservative. And that's usually where the property tax issue would come up, right? And so that's just thinking about being prepared for a conversation with a persuasion voter versus, a Ring doorbell video versus a conversation with a Democrat. Yes.
Yes, but you have to use the mic. Okay.
I wanted to piggyback on the stats and figures that you were talking about. Yes. That also insurance, homeowners insurance is going up so significantly this year that if we are getting a lot of pushback on taxes, it might be confusion. because their monthly payment has gone up. It's not due to taxes, it's due to their homeowner's insurance increase, due to the climate change, due to all the disasters, potentially. Oh no, don't tell them they're wrong, but if they're saying that it's gone up hundreds and hundreds of dollars, you know, giving them some option. I'm a realtor, so
That's lovely.
so I'd be like, why don't you call this insurance company and see if you can get that lowered? So
That's wonderful, and lean in, I think that's what she's saying, lean in. You're running for office. Well, you get to do your 2 minutes because you took the mic. Or 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Can I point something out real quick?
Yes, you're not running for anything.
No.
Try that, I think that's working, I want to see.
Keep in mind that a lot of people at the doors may ask you what your party affiliation is.
It's true.
And you need to be prepared for how you're going to answer that. Are you going to tell them you're a Democrat? If you're not, what are you going to say? Especially if you're running for a city council race, that's gonna be one of the first things they ask you. Are you a Republican or are you a Democrat?
Good point, good point. All right, so you're running for city council where?
Overland Park.
Overland Park. Okay, Park City Council for Mary-Lynn Poskins. Oh, wait.
Just one thing. I just want to give a shout out to Dawn and Geoff for running for JCCC. I worked there for a decade, and it is the crown jewel of Johnson County. And one of the things I wanted to point out that is really great that Dawn said is she asked if you or your children have gone to JCCC, because I can tell you from working there for a decade, 90% of Johnson Countyans have had a child who did dual credit. They've had somebody who started their 2 years there or gone back for training or something. So that was fabulous. Thank you guys both.
You guys can keep that one, we'll pass this one around. So you're up for 30 seconds on city council for Overland Park in your Ward 3? Four. I don't do the words right, and I'm sorry. It's very complicated. So, okay, so we're gonna do doorbell. You go ding dong. You give it like 2 seconds or 2 heartbeats, and then you talk to them through the doorbell. You just do it. 30 seconds. Ding dong.
Hi, I'm Amy Antrim. I'm running for Overland Park City Council Ward 4. I am a resident in this area and have lived in Overland Park for the last 20 years. I've owned my own business in Overland Park for the last 20 years, and I love working and living and growing my family here, as I hope you do too. I want to support the growth that we've had and continue it. Please vote for me, and you can learn more about my candidacy at antrim4op.com.
Okay, that's pretty. That was beautiful, beautiful. And I like that you're putting yourself, I live here, I've done this is all mine. I really do.
Your investment in the community is really powerful. And I think, because that was more like leaving a message, right?
Right.
Yeah. I do think, and it's important, and I didn't do this because I was having a fake conversation with Patty and John, but you want to make sure you start and end by saying like your name, you know? And that's not just for you, Amy, but like you want to start and end with your name, especially on the Ring doorbell. Like, take care, Claire Reagan, await the Board of Education, you know? And so just end it with that. But that 20 years gives you that credibility.
Yeah, it really does. That was very, very good. And don't you want somebody like that? You're next. Okay, so you're running for city council in Lenexa.
Lenexa Ward 1.
The
sole primary in all of Johnson County. I feel so blessed.
We'll get 30 seconds, ding dong, and then tell us your spot.
Ding dong. Hi, I'm John Michael Handley. I am your current Ward 1 Lenexa City Council person, and I'm running for re-election. I've lived in Lenexa less than 6 years, but I've been serving you on the Planning Commission, on your comprehensive plan, and in a number of other ways for over 5 of those years. I want to keep serving you. I think it's important to keep Lenexa a place that we all love, that we all like, and I'm going to do that through applying my knowledge of real estate development, through ensuring that we're working on adding more housing, including single-family housing, and by working on keeping a sane and sustainable budget. I'm John Michael Handley, Lenexa City Council.
Bingo! Right. Jim Morinco, anybody want to say anything? Add something? He's getting reelected. Would they ever bring up something that they hate right now?
I mean, do you get a lot of that?
I don't, since I was appointed in January, so I haven't gotten a lot of that yet.
So this is your first real election.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Running for election as an is so fun.
Is it?
Well, it's hard to explain. Yeah, I didn't get elected in this position.
Yeah. It is.
Just for word choice, because especially given what George mentioned up here, I think like city councilor, because city council, people are so touched, and we're like in the weird population, like saying things like, because a lot of people are gonna say city councilman, which I'm not a fan of, but city councilor is a non-gendered way to describe it without like, because if you get the right person, you're like city council person, then you're like, what about, I'm just trying to think of like Joe Schmo getting mad about pronouns and stuff.
Yeah.
Which we would, sorry, I'm in the dark.
We had many.
Maybe don't.
We're gonna have Morgan. Morgan, you're running for Shawnee City Council. So it's gonna be, Shawnee, so this is,
Hey Cassie, Allison has one more comment for Dominic.
yes, please.
Don't minimize the amount of time.
Okay.
Don't say it's only 6 years.
Don't
I've
minimize.
been here for 6 years, not only 6 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not to minimize
I'm so the next.
I like that. Is it still okay though that I'm saying like, I've been here 6 years, I've been serving this.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do another doorbell. We're in Shawnee now, Shawnee City Council, and you are running for a spot as a nani.
Yes. There's an open seat. Hoping to get it.
Okay, ready?
My name is Morgan Rainey, and I'm running for Shawnee City Council in Ward 3. I love Shawnee. I was born here and I've lived here my whole life. We live in a ward that's quickly expanding, and as we grow, I want to make sure that that growth makes sense and reflects the things that make Shawnee unique. Also, that the people in my ward know what's going on and have a true representative. I also think that communication is super important and that you should know what's going on around you and how that will impact you.
5, 4, your name again, 3.
My name is Morgan Rainey.
There you go. Really good. And she wasn't shaking half as much as I used to. That was wonderful. I think that's great. And you've been taking notes all night, I noticed. So that's really fun. Jim, you want to try it for Prairie Village? Now we need all the Prairie Village people to be elected.
Because we do.
What's going on in Prairie Village?
Don't get me started. So I'm Jim Sellers. Hi, I'm Jim Sellers. I'm running for Prairie Village City Council. This is the first elective office that I've run for. I'm just ending a 4-decade career in business with Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and FedEx. I want to use my corporate experience to ensure that the city stays on a course of fiscal responsibility, that you're seeing real value for your tax dollars, and I want to resist outside taxing authorities imposing more taxes on our city. Again, my name is Jim Sellers. Thank you and look forward to having your vote in the fall.
Okay. Yes, election. I like the 4 decades. That good 4 decades? Yeah. That was nice.
You just got to lean into the old guy thing, right?
That's good, all that experience. No, just very, very.
Just me.
Sorry, I didn't even get, like, yes, visiting people. You didn't do that. Yes, yes, yes. So Amy is running for city council.
Yes.
You're not Prairie Village, Josie?
Overland Park, there's 2 Amy's.
Oh my
Double
God.
trouble.
Oh, that's great, because we could do Amy Squares. We'll just vote for both.
And there's also an Alexandria, Washington running, so we call ourselves the AAA. Yeah, we're the AAA batteries for OP.
Okay, whenever, let me get Ace out of the way. Ace is down anyway. I'm gonna move some. Sorry.
All right. Ding dong. Hi, are you Jim? Hi, great.
I'm Amy Scrivner. I am running for Overland Park City Council, my first time doing something like this. The big reason why I'm doing this was my dad. He had to stop driving. In fact, I had to take away his car keys. And I moved back here in 2016 as one of those Kansans who graduated high school and ran away and never come back. I came back to help take care of him, took away the car keys, and I realized it was the most horrible thing I've ever done to another human being. Have you ever had to take away the car keys or think about that with another family member?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's really made me think about how we have designed our city and the way housing is available or not available to folks who can drive, either by choice or by circumstance. We need a better transit system, a better transportation system, better sidewalks. We need to walk and bike and have more options to do the things that we want to do when we can no longer drive.
All right, Amy, you're way over a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So,
It's a good one. It's a good
yeah.
one.
And I'm also a renter. My husband and I can't afford to own a home in Overland Park. I work for a nonprofit. So these are some of the issues that I want to work on. And if you want to know more, amyforop.com. Thanks.
And that will work if you get like 2 minutes door. Yeah. But
Just to let you all know, the doorbell stops recording whether you're not done talking or not. And that's why we try to get you down to 30 seconds. We can guarantee it's probably keeping up for 30 seconds.
It also starts recording well before you think it does. And don't straighten yourself on the way up to the door.
And also, no comments on the cracked paint, no comment on.
No comments on the exterior.
Camera is recording you or picking you up. Like, it's really important, like, in the drive, like, when you have some distance, that's kind of when you can check yourself and whatever, but especially if you're canvassing with a buddy. I had a couple of times when I was canvassing with a candidate, and I was like, you could not do that. Like, he's like, man, I was like, stop. So, just be aware, you know, and that's not a concern people had before ring doorbells. You'd be like, man, they need a new door. No.
I have 3 cameras at my house now because I ran for office because I'm on. And people are crazy. So I get you in my driveway, I get you on your way up to my door, you're at my door. If you go around the side of my house, I got you there too. So there are cameras everywhere. What about compliments?
Okay, I'm going to move to Kevin, who's running for city council. Everybody seems to be running for city council.
Besides shortening it up.
Oh, yes.
Can I
Minute or two.
Are better for like a jump speed situation. Because when you're at the door, I mean, I don't want to sound like you're being phony or fake or whatever, but like, you only have a limited amount of time, and I will say, as somebody who's taking keys, like, that was a very traumatic thing, and so bringing up something that could be very emotionally evocative, that could bring up grief or something like that, like, I feel like there's a way you can say, you know, and I came back to be a caregiver for my dad, and there's a way to say that, but like going into more detail is more of like a stump speech type of thing, where you're in a room with people who, you know, generally are probably supportive of you or whatnot. I mean, not to be, I mean, the moment I went to my mom and I kind of stopped listening, like, I mean, no offense, and I, you know, but I do think that's important too, like, like, you want to be, and this is to everybody, like, you don't want to be fake positive, but you also want to make sure you're leaving them with a positive impression. Right.
Okay, so less on taking his keys away and evoking the image, more on taking care of him.
Yeah.
The longer
and that brought you back home. It brought you back home. You love that spot. Yeah, it did.
The longer you make them stand in 103 degrees, the less they're gonna like you.
Yeah.
That's true. That's 100% true.
That's 100%.
And that's also why people will do doorbells. And I know you mentioned this, but please know they will talk back. The doorbell will talk back to you. It's weird.
No, I talk to it a lot.
Okay, Kevin's gonna go next. He was also at our Friday night. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm 100% fresh here. I just filed in June never been a candidate. Everything's new to me. What I'd like to do is just at last minute, I don't have a doorbell speech by ready, but I do have about 30 to 60 seconds, I want to say. So I want to get your feedback on this and maybe how I would adapt it to a doorbell. I also have a lot of ideas that I don't have in here, and I want to see what if you guys tell me with your feedback, anything that I've already been thinking. So, hi, my name is Kevin Deneault, and I'm running for Olathe City Council because I care about where Olathe is headed and how we get there together. To me, this means working on a purposeful vision for the future, building connections between people, and maintaining our amazing services. I believe in planning smart growth, where new development adds value to our neighborhoods, jobs to our economy, and life to our public spaces. It's important to me to create a more connected community where people know their neighbors, have more opportunities to interact with each other, and move within our city easily. Lastly, I want to be a good steward of Olathe's already high-quality services, making sure they remain strong, reliable, and accessible to everyone. I'm here to listen to you, to be practical, and to focus on what actually improves life for the people who live here in Olathe. Thank you, and again, my name is Kevin Deneault. I'm running for Olathe City Council.
What did you guys think? Get all the pieces in there?
I think so, yeah. I wanted to know a little more about you.
Yes, thank you.
Like my family's in Olathe, I've been raising my kids in Olathe, you know, I mean, just a little more about you. Like, your vision is great. I loved the beginning, what you said. We all kind of like nodded when you said whatever at the very beginning, like together, whatever. It was like, oh, yeah, right. And then I want to see like, and that's why my wife and I, or my family is here. Like, I think humanizing yourself would be the only angle that was missing from that. But I mean, I like what you said. I also like that he's a good steward of city services and not tax dollars. And I like that.
Okay. I'm glad you said putting myself in one story because that's my top priority. I just don't know how to do it too short yet.
Yeah, you just have to work on that. And honestly, you'll end up with your 3 points. You'll learn how to say them fast. You'll get where you're repeating it in your sleep, which is the thing. It's unfortunate.
Well, and honestly, sometimes just saying, I'm raising my kids here, you know, my family's here, like that's a very, just humanize you to them. No? My favorite color is red. I don't know. Actually, my favorite color is aqua. I don't know why I said that. There's a lot.
Freudian slip there.
Didn't think so. So I think we're down to Ann over here, who is planning on facing Marshall. Yes. Next year. So, do you want to at least try your 30-second while you're here? You don't have to. You got all of it here. I don't.
Have it, yeah. Well, I mean, I can if you don't want to embarrass myself. Then you can be like, I was there to embarrass myself. The first time.
It's not a place you have to worry about. Yeah, we don't really care. You should come and just tell us all why you're late.
Well, I guess actually, I will ask questions because a lot of this was focused to local and state, and so I do have, because, well, I'll tell you why I'm running, and then you can tell me how I can tell other people while I'm running. So my name's Ann Perelker. I'm originally from Arkansas, and I've been living in Kansas since I married my husband in 2011. We moved back up here so he could do cancer research at KU. I am an attorney. I'm licensed in Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri. And for the past 5 or 6 years, my main focus has been immigration law. My husband is a first-generation immigrant from India. And so I have 2 children who are half Indian, half European ancestry. And I don't like how divided our country is right now. I think that a lot of our public officials are playing a political football with us. And I am done with who are supposed to be public servants acting as self-servants. They're not there for the American people, and that's who they're supposed to be there for, and that's why I want to run.
Yay! Do we have any recommendations or suggestions?
Brevity is not my strong suit.
You did very well.
You open knocking doors, honey. I mean, that's.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I mean, like, but no, I mean, but you need to hone your message.
Yeah. Right.
That's an entirely different way of voter contact. I mean, I would say also, guys, like making reels, like videos of yourself, and like, people love videos. But I've never touched a campaign bigger than something countywide. But my, like,
the bigger the campaign, actually, the fewer doors you knock, which sounds really weird. But I mean, think like we all knock doors for Sharice Davis.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do a few and they get pictures doing it and stuff, but they don't really do. So I don't really know. But you're going to be talking about yourself a lot and your values a lot and your motivation a lot. So that is something you can practice for sure. But just, I mean, I don't even know, like, the bigger the race, the fewer the doors. The doors come down to volunteers for victory.
So you need to sell yourself to us.
So she needs more like the 1 minute, 2 minute speech, less doorbell.
Right.
Yeah. And it was good with a minute. It was over a minute by not much. Yeah. That's good. Well, I was surprised because you did keep it very. That was good. That was.
Yes. I'm not a public person. Like I think a lot of us aren't, right? Like you don't come in as being a public person to talk about myself as well.
No, and I will say I love talking about other candidates. I love being Robin to your Batmans. Honest to God, because I am so good about talking you all up, but talking me up by me.
Yeah, it's a whole nother skill set.
You have to talk yourself up. It's a big skill set. Okay, and I am going to say, we only have about 20 minutes left or whatever in the meeting, and you're more than welcome to stay past that, but does anybody want to do their 2 minutes again? Do they think they've improved or they want to make it more concise? 30 seconds, sorry, 30 seconds.
Oh, I keep saying 2 minutes.
Well, we've done it where we've had less candidates, so then you get both the 2 minute and the 30 seconds. But we have lots of candidates. Nobody wants to do another 2 minutes?
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
5 hours, go for it.
No, going once, going twice, pay your bills. Yeah, you want to give it another shot? I think so, because you heard some more stuff.
I like it. All right, Amy's gonna do it. Come over here. And ding dong and doorbell.
Ding dong. Hi, I'm Amy Scrivner. I'm running for Overland Park City Council, first time candidate. I moved back to Kansas in 2016 to help take care of my dad. And what I've seen him struggle with, it just really has motivated me to run for office. I want an Overland Park that is for all ages. I want folks to age in place. I want them to be able to raise their families, get around easily, all kinds of issues that are important to, I think, all of us. I would appreciate your vote. Amy4op.com. Thank you.
Anybody else want that kind of feedback? Because we're really nice. Anybody else trying? Going once, twice, 3 times? I really appreciate y'all coming here. I want to say you pay at the register. So first and foremost, let you know that. I got confused myself. Please tip generously. She is really wonderful. And then our next event will be the first Thursday in July, and that is the 3rd. So on the 3rd of July, we're going to have our social back at the bar in Prairie Village. Yes, there will be people there. Tracy will be there with all of the name tags and things. I will be out. And then after that, we have Flip It Blue. So please set your calendars for Flip It Blue. It is our biggest fundraiser. It is a very large party at the park. And we're going to have ices.
Family friendly.
Family friendly. It is alcohol free unless you bring your own, and flasks are welcome.
He's a balloon guy coming.
Yes!
Good. Reagan children love the balloon guy.
That's it. We do him for the kids, well, and me. To be honest.
You're not gonna be there anyway.
I know. But I love the balloon man. Oh, yes, I do. Thank you for bringing that up, because we keep forgetting to mention that. We have a theme at every Flip It Blue. This theme is, the future is ours to defend, which means the person who dresses up and is the most futuristic will win prizes. We do first, second, and third. Please come as your best. Future is ours to defend. So Princess Leia, General Leia, why am I doing Princess? General Leia, or Captain Kirk, Captain Janeway, we're getting there. Spock. So yes, and anybody else you can think of. The future is ours to defend. It's a lot of fun, and dress your kids up at least, because God, they're so cute. There will be silent auction, raffle, and I know we've got the taco truck. So, and the taco truck has kids' meal prices. So that's part of it. Our family fund has kids' prices. So you don't have to donate as much for them. We want them there. But it is July 13th, which is a Sunday, 4:30 to 7:30 that night. And come on down.
All right. I'm going to close the meeting.